And here I thought I saw it all. This is Governor Gavin Newsom's press office Twitter account. Governor Newsom is the governor of California. He is a grade A woke grifter, and in my personal opinion, he is probably right now the front runner for Democratic nominee for the presidential election in 2028. I know! How did we get here? Well, I'll explain it to you. It's because he's fighting back. His entire policy, anti-Trump. And it's working! So he starts tweeting bullshit like in Trump-style tweets. I seldom watch low-rated garbage man Greg Gutfeld, but when I do, I marvel at the fake laughter and the show. It sounds like a bad laugh machine. It's so obnoxious and disgusting. Just like him, always laughing, no matter what it said. Real patriots hate it when Fox edits the tapes. Put garbage man Greg on. Fox ought to get smart and not use losers like this. Also, they shouldn't allow negative ads about me. Thank you, Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, personally, I think it's hilarious that the entire left strategy right now that actually is having any impact is literally just a copy of Trump. Their policies are terrible. Their vision for the country is terrible. They're living in anti-realism, fake world bullshit, pushing radical, extreme, feminist, socialist, communist, retardist ideologies at any given point in time that they literally had to become anti-Trump, dark woke, zero-substance clowns in order to reclaim their party. Even people in the comment sections are starting to notice something weird is going on with Governor Gavin Newsom. You copy Trump because you want to be Trump, but you're missing the point. Be yourself. This is weird. Bro, it's 1 a.m. Log out. You have a long day ahead. What's going on? This account is super creepy because realistically, this is an entire account just tweeting Trump shit constantly, posting memes and like Wojaks and shit. They are trying so hard to be cool and hip and epic. And you know what? It's kind of working. He's the front runner right now in the polls. And you know what he did to get here? Absolutely nothing. Not one good policy, not one good idea, not one positive actual impact to anything he did at all. All he actually started doing is becoming viciously anti-Trump. The entire identity of the Democrats right now is anti-Trump, and it's hilarious. Now, I want to point out that when I say that the entire identity is anti-Trump right now, I mean it, because they have not changed a thing or learned a single lesson from the open border policies that have been going on. This happened today, unfortunately. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed that ICE is seriously considering immigration enforcement at truckway stations across America. This would be a W. Again, I think we need to roll out more ICE. I get canceled every 2 days. Nux, I can't believe you don't care about the families getting deported. They should have deported themselves. Okay, they're illegal in the country. Get the fuck out. I've been super consistent, mega consistent about this. You're illegal in the country. Get out. More ICE sounds great. Even more ICE, even better. ICE everywhere, good. Your employee is an illegal immigrant that you want to fire? Call ICE. Okay, all right, that's extreme. You shouldn't be hiring illegal immigrants. This follows a criminal alien truck driver killing 3 Americans in Florida when he executed an illegal U-turn. Harjinder Singh entered the country illegally and was handed a commercial driver's license from California. Wow. He's being charged with manslaughter after killing 3 American citizens. Homeland Security spokesperson tells me ICE enforcement at truck stops and way stations are on the table. Secretary Noman DHS keeping all enforcement options on the table to keep Americans safe. This should never have happened. 3 innocent people were killed in Florida because Gavin Newsom's California DMV issued an illegal alien a commercial driver's license. The state of California is asinine. Many more innocent people have to die before Gavin Newsom stops playing games with the safety of the American public. We pray for the victims and their families. According to trucking industry insiders, illegal aliens are rampant in a profession that, let me remind you, is really difficult for American citizens to get. But illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, invaders of our country, are really having an easy time getting these jobs, even when they are so underqualified that they make an illegal U-turn and kill 3 Americans. Now, again, I will be getting more into this in just a little bit. So here he is. He does a legal U-turn and oopsie poopsie, he kills 3 people. And look how awkward that is. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, what an awkward looking guy. He just kind of seems piffed about it. He's piffed about it. He's not even mad he killed 3 people. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. There we go again. Oh, my God. And that's disgusting. It's horrible. It really is. Now, Gavin Newsom is busy tweeting up a storm in Trump-style tweets in order to make it look like he's contributing to the world. Dana Ding Dong Perino, never heard of her until today, is melting down because of me, Gavin C. Newsom. Vox hates that I am America's most favorite governor, ratings king, saving America. He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. That's the funniest part. Like, I've been trying to figure out what he's doing that's getting him this praise, and it's literally nothing. He's just yapping. He's not even doing anything. Well, I mean, except for giving driver's license to illegal immigrants that are killing people. I think the blood of these people are on the hands of the fucking trash at the government that is giving licenses to people that can't drive and to people that are illegal in the country that don't know the rules, that can't even read the signs. We're going to get to this later. They don't even speak English. They can't read the signs on the street. This was uncovered later. So we will get there in just a couple of minutes. But I have to show you the crazy psyop that's going on in regard to Gavin Newsom, because it's not just the libtard freaks that are supporting Gavin Newsom, because, you know, again, they're retarded. All right, my opinion is, if you are a far left person, you are a retard or a terrorist. All right, it is, or you're a woman with a nose ring on TikTok. All right, it is one of those three options. There are no other options. And if you are a retard, terrorist, woman on TikTok with a nose ring, then Gavin Newsom is the person for you. Now, what surprised me is when it turns out other people also got involved in the pro-Newsom wave. The Groypers. Nick Fuentes' audience of white supremacists are on Gavin Newsom's side here. So this guy, Young Putin, all right, as you can see if you click on Young Putin's profile, right, he has Kanye West and Nick Fuentes on his fucking profile picture, constantly tweeting about JD Vance and stuff, because Nick Fuentes' new arc is that he doesn't like JD Vance. So, because, you know, Trump likes Israel, Israel has Jews, and he hates Jews. So that's kind of how it comes together. I've done a video on Nick Fuentes in the past if you want to see. It's good. Now, to be honest, I don't hate Nick Fuentes. I know a lot of people think that I hate him, just because, well, I am Jewish and he wants to kill Jews, like he said many times. I don't hate Nick Fuentes. I actually respect his authenticity, even though I think he's a retard. You know, at least he's not a grifter. He might be a retard, but I don't think he's a grifter. So, Gavin Newsom versus JD Vance in high school. Young Putin says, big time, followed by Nick Fuentes, big Nick Fuentes fan. Gavin Newsom over here, looking all epic and sexy. And JD Vance over here, in a really awkward picture. What a nerd! What a nerd! So this was them in high school. Now, to be honest, I'll be real. Just my perspective, obviously you have every right to disagree. This is like the quintessential high school douche, all right? This dude is just, he's reading a paper, trying to look sexy, and he's probably an asshole. This is the picture that assholes take of themselves, all right? Like, this is like Drake and Josh, where JD Vance is Josh, and the asshole is Drake, is Gavin Newsom. And this is just a random picture that wasn't, like, posed for or anything. Ironically, just a dude having a good time. Again, this is my perspective. I actually don't care. I'm not a big fan of, like, the phenotype shit that I know a lot of, like, the red pill guys do these days. They're like, oh, he looks sexy, which means he's awesome, or something like that. But then again, obviously Nick Fuentes is into this because he's gay. He's streamed gay porn by accident several times, and, you know, he claims he was hacked by the Israeli intelligence community that put gay porn on his stream. Unlikely, if you ask me. But hey, listen, this is Nick Fuentes doing Nick Fuentes things. All right, now, you see this side-by-side over here. You have the Chad, Gavin Newsom, and the virgin, JD Vance, in high school. Now, let's not forget that when it comes to Western values, this was one of the funniest lines ever said on the race for governor of California.
The question is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't trust Gavin with his best friend's wife, how can you trust him with your state?
Yeah, he slept with his best friend's wife. It was really awkward. He made like a whole public apology. He was like, oopsie poopsie. That was awkward. No one likes to remember that. That was something. Yeah, anyway, let's not talk about that. And they kept cooking him. You can't trust him with his friend's wife. How can you trust him with the state? And here they kept cooking him because, you know, LA is kind of a shithole right now. San Francisco is kind of a shithole. Homeless people everywhere on the streets, drugs everywhere, shit everywhere. So, anyway.
This is a map of San Francisco.
This is the governor of Florida. talking about what's going on in San Francisco.
There's a lot of plots on that. You may be asking,
what is
what
that?
is that plotting?
What's the plotting?
Well, this is an app where they plot the human feces that are found on the streets of San Francisco.
Awkward.
You see how almost the whole thing is covered, because that is what has happened in one of the previous greatest cities this country's ever had. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a dictator comes to town.
This is the twist, all right? It's not that they can't clean the city, it's that they don't clean the city. So when a communist dictator from China came to San Francisco, suspiciously, the city was spotless because, you know, they have to show respect to their communist masters.
Then they cleaned up the streets. They lined the streets with Chinese flags. They didn't put American flags there. Cleaned everything up. So they're willing to do it for a communist dictator, but they're not willing to do it for their own people.
And I mean, this is just one example of millions. They weren't putting out fires. They had more genders in California than working fire hydrants to put out fires. They had protests in LA burning cop cars and shit like that. Dude, it's a nightmare. It's an actual fucking nightmare in California. It's hell world there. And Gavin Newsom is in charge. Now, the irony is this push for him. Of course, as I've already said, your favorite terrorist retard women on Twitter, on TikTok with nose rings, they all love Gavin Newsom because obviously Trump bad, and he is embodying the Trump bad syndrome right now. But suspiciously enough, Gavin Newsom retweets "I missed that scarf," retweeting a groiper, a Nick Fuentes white supremacist. This is absolute cinema. This is the greatest timeline. It really is. It's fucking hilarious. The horseshoe theory is converging, guys. The horseshoe theory is so real. It's unbelievable. Far right and far left are identical right now. This is diabolical. Now, again, I consider myself chaotic neutral, even though I'm definitely a lot more on the right in, like, basically every issue, from social to, you know, basically having borders, unlike Gavin Newsom, who wants every illegal immigrant to be in the country. Now, interestingly enough is, the quote tweets went crazy. Gavin Newsom versus JD Vance after high school graduation. Coked out douche loser, someone who actually went to the Marines. Yeah, and you can be like, oh, well, his face is chubby. That's like the big argument. You'll see. We're gonna show you some people saying, he was chubby. I don't know, man. This says everything. This says fucking everything about the person's character, in my opinion. Now, Gavin Newsom's dad was the personal attorney for the billionaire Getty family. They gave young Gavin money to start a winery in Napa. JD Vance grew up in a broken, drug-addicted home in the Rust Belt. He joined the Marines to pay for college. These guys are not comparable. I completely agree. Again, I like JD Vance personally. I don't have anything against him. I think he's pretty good. But, like, how could you possibly compare him to Gruesome Newsom, Gavin Newsom? Dude is a nightmare. Nepo baby nightmare. Unbelievable. JD Vance made something of himself. No, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Let's just say I like Gavin Newsom. I hate Gavin Newsom more than I like JD Vance, okay? Like, I don't know Vance enough to have, like, some sort of in-depth opinion on the guy. But so far, I think he's been doing pretty well as the vice president. Every time I hear him speak, I'm impressed. Every time he goes on a podcast, I'm impressed. And then you get Gavin Newsom over there, who's like, trans people should enter women's bathrooms. And then Trump won by a wide margin. He's like, well, actually, I don't know about women's bathrooms. Maybe that's going too far. Yeah, absolute grifting shitbag. It's unreal. So, again, I don't judge Gavin Newsom on his sexy scarf. You know what I do judge him on? I judge him on the fact that his state is a wasteland hellhole shit pile. That is what I judge Gavin Newsom on. Absolutely. Bro, this dude is trying to become the president in 2028. It is unreal. And he's turning his entire state, a glorious state, a former glorious state, one of the beautiful ones, into an actual shit pile. Gavin Newsom cleaned up San Francisco for Chinese president. Donald Trump cleaned up Washington, D.C. for the American people. They are not the same. This is a great tweet. Crime was rampant in Washington, D.C. to the point that it was literally, and I'm not exaggerating, the #1 most violent crime riddled capital cities of any country in the world, including the third world shitholes everywhere. Washington, D.C. was more dangerous for violent crimes by more than double than the second place. I've covered this in a previous video, so I'm not going to do it again. And of course, you know what Gavin Newsom said when Trump did that? Gavin Newsom said, he's a dictator, he's a fascist, he's sending in the military to clean up the streets, he's sending in the military. Anyway, crime is down. Over the last 4 days, there were basically no crimes because he actually activated the military, he activated the police force, told them to actually arrest the criminals instead of what the Democrats like doing, which is, you know, only arrest the criminals if they're white and don't pay taxes, or, you know, do pay taxes, but if they're white, or if they're black, but then they let them go half the time. Toss of a coin, depending on how woke the judge is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna get canceled for this. I don't care. Anyway, the point is, I actually believe in law and order, so this shit's a nightmare. So anyway, this is Nick Fuentes, all right? Nick Fuentes is a right-wing guy. He is anti-immigration. He is anti-communism. He is anti-socialism. He's pro-capitalism, but he hates Jews, and Trump likes Jews. So, there's a reason why, suspiciously, there is a reason why all of a sudden Gavin Newsom is getting some fame, he's getting some glory, some headlines, because he's tweeting like Trump, he's doing the Trump tweet thing. Yeah, he just had a guy with a driver's license given to him by California kill 3 Americans, but whatever. And Nick Fuentes started glazing Newsom.
Diverse state in the world's most diverse democracy.
Chat. Right, he's talking about a diverse democracy, right? He's talking about diversity. He's talking about all the things that he hates. He wants a white Christian nationalist ethno-state. That's what he preaches, okay?
Chad Gavin Newsom.
We pride ourselves on our ability to live together and advance together and prosper together across every conceivable and imaginable difference. But the thing we pride ourselves most on is that we believe the future.
If you don't like Gavin Newsom, you're kind of like gay. I just don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah, this is projection. He's gay. Nick Fuentes is gay. Nick Fuentes is rooting for Gavin Newsom because he's sexually attracted to him. That's my opinion. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Dude, it's so sad because everyone was calling Nick Fuentes a Fed earlier, and I defended him. I said I don't think he's a Fed. Like, but now he's promoting the #1 frontrunner against the Republicans. What is going on? What is happening? Dude, the world is so entertaining. Why do you need fiction when reality is literally so much better?
If you look at a handsome, sociopathic, tall white man who like clearly has contempt for like those around him, and you don't like him because he's a Democrat, crap, like there's something wrong with you. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I don't dislike him because he's a Democrat. I dislike him because he's a fake grifting fuck that doesn't stand on any of his values, that has closed down the borders, that has given infinite asylum to illegal immigrants, whose state is giving out driver's licenses to illegal people in the country that can't even drive or read English. The fact that he is not helping his own state, cleaning the streets, taking down criminals, arresting people that should be arrested. I care because I think it's pretty bad moral character to go out there cheating on your wife, to go out there grifting everywhere he possibly can. He has tried to suck up to literally everyone. The California fires was going on and he was sitting on his ass with 0 working fire hydrants because he was scared to kill the smelt fish, a type of fish that he lives in California. He didn't want to reroute water to stop his own people from burning alive because he was afraid of killing the smelt fish. This is a sociopath retard that I have no respect for. Yeah, if you like Gavin Newsom, you're either ideologically captured as an anti-Trump or you're just a regular.
But he's not a Republican.
For criminal justice.
He may be tall, white, and some sociopathic with a beautiful white family and rich, but he's not a
a white family and rich. I see.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're retarded. You are gay. I don't know what to say.
Got him. Got him.
But he's a Democrat. Okay, and you know, people say they're like white nationalists, and then they look at a like successful white guy and they're like, but he's a Democrat. Like, okay, so you're the worst white nationalist ever. You're the worst white nationalist ever.
Yeah, yikes. Again, personally, I don't judge people based on who they fuck as much as I base someone based on the actual content of their character. Also, based on who they fuck. And he fucked his friend's wife. Like, dude, zero redeeming features in my opinion. I think you can be a shitty guy no matter what nationality or race you're from. Sorry to say it, if this offends you, this is absolutely insane. He is watching a clip of Gavin Newsom talking about multiculturalism, and he's like based because he has a white family. We support Gavin Newsom. He's awesome. Holy fucking shit, this is clown world. And Nick Fuentes keeps going. I'm not going to probably show you this entire clip, but this is essentially him comparing Gavin Newsom's white family with beautiful genes to JD Vance's brown family because his wife is Indian.
You get a better look. This is Gavin Newsom's family, okay? Now, this is who the Republicans want you to think is literally the devil.
I don't want to say literally the devil because I actually have a lot more personally I have a lot more faith than you actually, and I don't just label people the devil. But anyway, what is absolutely diabolical is the fact that everyone is trying to now whitewash Gavin Newsom. Like this is happening at the very top.
Okay, this guy is Satan. This guy is evil. This guy is woke.
This dude let in millions of illegal immigrants that he gave asylum to that have killed white Americans. He is woke. He is. Yeah, true.
He is a left-wing socialist.
True. Okay, I don't know about Muslim, but he is a left-wing socialist.
Radical Muslim socialist like Barack Obama. But, you know, right.
So what's the difference between Obama and Newsom? Because Newsom is more woke than Obama. Obama actually deported a metric fuck ton of people. Obama deported more people than Trump. So Newsom is way more left, open borders than Obama. Oh, but he's white and Obama's black. Oh, never mind. I figured it out. I figured it out, guys. Took me a second. I figured it out.
Right off the bat, we could just make some observations. You know, he's white. He's tall. He's handsome. His wife is also white. She's tall. She's good looking.
I just have to say the fact that Nick Fuentes says that Gavin Newsom is tall and handsome and his wife is good looking. Like, bro is not meeting the gay legations, brother. No!
His children, 4 of them, are beautiful and they're all white.
True.
With blue eyes and blonde hair. And they're in California.
Wonderful shit.
Or maybe this is Hawaii? I don't know. But they're in a beautiful state, our beautiful land. Their beautiful blood and our beautiful land in America. If only there was some way to combine those things.
Oh my God.
They're beautiful.
And he is, listen, man, I'm not trying to appeal to the to the Nick Fuentes archetype here, it seems. But dude, he is diluting the white blood in the land. He is like the super pro-immigration, anti-deportation guy. It's so crazy. It is so diabolical to watch this unfolding in real time. No, it's absolutely insane.
Genetics, their genes. Weren't Republicans just talking about
what is
that?
Happening?
Genes? Look at these beautiful genes.
Dude, he is entertaining.
These beautiful on display. And
sure.
Look at our beautiful land.
Right.
And look at the beautiful landscape, our beautiful soil.
Right, look at it.
All for us.
Well,
this beautiful
and multiculturalism and, you know, anyone that wants to hop over the Mexican border, I guess.
Beautiful virgin soil separated from the world by 2 oceans that we control, and those beautiful genes that conquered and tamed it. It's really
I'm gonna hit you with a massive twist that I don't think Nick Fuentes knows about. Gavin Newsom's wife and all of his children are Jewish. So get ready over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, everything is gonna turn around. All right, just say it right now. A lot of people don't know this. In fact, a lot of people, I'm not sure, I think this is true, that she is Jewish and therefore all of his kids are Jewish. So the beautiful genes that tamed the land, not really super present. But hey, they look white, so shut up. It doesn't matter.
Sight to behold. This is our enemy, they say. Now, here's the other image. This is our fearless leader, the entity known as JD Vance, the entity known as JD Hamill since the last operating system update is now JD Vance. This is his family. Now, let's make some observations here.
All right. What do we have to say?
So this is our fearless leader, the entity known as JD Vance.
Right. There he is.
He's fat.
Oh, my God.
Okay, he's visibly...
Oh, my God.
We'll just zoom in here just so you could get a better look. He's visibly obese and very ugly.
Okay.
He's got a fat face, no jawline, no chin, and he's quite...
I mean, some would say he has multiple chins, but I digress.
Ugly. He had to grow a beard because his face was so ugly. The Ozempic didn't even help. Let's make some other observations. His wife and kids are not white, okay?
I didn't notice, but now that he says it, I see it.
Whether I'm white, people say...
I mean, you're not. Your name is Fuentes. You're literally a gay Mexican man.
If your last name's Fuentes, are you white?
True.
Well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I know this is definitely not white, okay?
True.
Brown skin, black hair, a Hindic phenotype.
Yeah, so anyway, he keeps going about this for a while. This is the level of political analysis that I expect, honestly, that I appreciate. This is something I'd love to see. And even his own people, the Groypers, right? This is his community. And he's like, did everyone forget about the Gavin's LA fire debacle or what? And everyone's so confused. Everyone's like so confused. They don't even know. They don't even know what to say. But don't worry, guys, because Gavin Newsom's wife, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, first partner of California, he doesn't even call her a wife. He's so woke, he doesn't call his wife his wife. He says it's his partner. First partner, not first lady. First partner. Bro, literally, these people are like actual retard, anti-family retards. Like your classic, far left fucking losers. Classic. Now, this is hilarious. This is absolutely diabolical. So he is promoting Gavin Newsom now because he's white and his wife is Jewish. I mean, I'm white. And kids are Jewish. I mean, white. So therefore, he appreciates them, and this is the psyop that's going on right now. This is getting lots of views. So these are more of his Groyper people. Gavin Newsom is Catholic. JD Vance is Jewish. Actually, JD Vance is Catholic. When he visited Israel, he went to the holiest site in Israel to show respect. This is not a conversion to Judaism. I don't know if anyone knows the rules. Also, in case you were unaware, this is the Pope. The Pope, the most Catholic guy ever, also going to the wall. The wall is literally, it's a fragment of the temple. It is part of Christian heritage as well as Jewish heritage, as far as I'm aware. And also, it's honestly symbolic at this point to go pray to God, who, by the way, is everywhere. I don't know what they teach in Nick Fuentes school, but God is kind of everywhere. So you go, you pray at the wall to show respect, to pray to God. Why not? Nothing wrong with that. And Gavin Newsom, this is him with the Pope, who also went to the wall. So this is kind of third-hand contact with the wall. Now, the irony is Gavin Newsom's children are literally Jewish. Gavin Newsom's wife is literally Jewish. So, like, they're making this whole argument that, well, Vance is Jewish, so we can't trust him because he touched the wall. But Newsom, we could trust him, even though he's literally married a Jew. And also travels to Israel to show support and stuff like that. I literally, I don't even know what they're doing. I don't even know if they know what they're doing. It's diabolical. Guys, JD Vance is an Indian family. Is it Newsom so based? Gavin Newsom imports illegal Indians that killed multiple heritage Americans. Yeah, just yesterday. Breaking news. Absolutely fucking horrible shit. And this is literally happening in real time. The psyop is so crazy right now. So, obviously, this is that young Putin guy, that same guy that started this whole trend. Keep ignoring the obvious. If a Democrat were to come out against H-1Bs, they would be to the right of Trump on the issue, right? Talking about how H-1B visas, those are basically people, skilled people that are imported from other countries that get special visas to work here. And he's saying that if Democrats were to come out against H-1Bs, they would be on the right of Trump. Vance is against H-1Bs. They are literally promoting the opposition to what they're fighting for because his wife is white. These people are retarded. These people are, like, actually retarded. Now, if you want to know my opinion, instead of just the basic logic here, this is my stance kind of on the entire issue, on the whole race mixing thing. There are 613 commandments in the Bible, okay? As well as moral commandments. It never mentions anything about race mixing at all. Again, if you personally want to marry someone so that your kids look like you, I have nothing but respect for you. You do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Hell yeah, sure. You should be proud of your heritage, your ethnicity, absolutely all that, 100%. But to demonize people because they did something that is by every single moral system correct, I think is insane. And honestly, a little bit satanic. It really is. To try to make a mountain out of a molehill like this and destroy somebody is absolutely insane. I think what's much more important is if you share values with somebody, you share a religion with somebody, you share your values with somebody. I think that is so much more important than the superficial aspects. That's just my perspective. However, I get the perspective. I just think that you people are retarded. Now, I had to get back to this because I think this just happened today, and it's absolutely insane. Ron DeSantis says he should have never been in our country in the first place, talking about this person who killed 3 people, whose blood is on the hands of everyone's favorite governor. Holy crap, says libs of TikTok. The illegal alien truck driver that killed 3 people failed an English language assessment, getting only 2 of the 12 answers right, and identifying only 1 out of 4 highway traffic signs. It was also discovered that WA and CA in California issued Singh a commercial driver's license despite not being eligible for it. They are literally bending over backwards to create loopholes legally to give driver's license, commercial driver's licenses, state-issued commercial driver's licenses to illegal immigrants, aliens, invaders. Authorities in New Mexico also failed to issue ELP tests when Singh was stopped there for speeding. So you have to realize what's going on. This is a guy, this is a dude, and this is such a fucking tragedy. This is a guy who doesn't speak English, who can't read the street signs, who's not eligible for a license, who got into the country illegally. He's not allowed to be in the country. He got in. He got a license. He got a license for commercial use from the actual California government. Gave it to him personally, despite the fact that he failed everything. He was pulled over for speeding. They saw that he doesn't have an American license. He does not have the eligibility to actually be in the country, let alone driving our trucks on our roads, and they let him off the hook because you look like a racist if you arrest an illegal immigrant. These people are the enemy of America. And then this dude goes out and kills 3 people in the most despicable shit ever. So, to quote Asmonbald, everyone's favorite Lord of Nurgle.
Whenever something bad happens, if the first thing that you think of is it's the Jews with their weather machines again, you need to go lay down.
He's bitten.
You've got to go lay down. Go lay down until you can get that under control, man.
True.
Whenever...
No lies detected. No lies detected. If it's your first thought every time, that's crazy. And realistically, the fact that, you get every single person on the planet saying, "Oh, let's go for Newsom because, well, obviously the Jews control Trump, so we got to go for Newsom." That is what's happening on the extreme right now. That is the Nick Fuentes analysis. Now, what's so crazy is, like, the only people that support Gavin Newsom are the retards on the right and the retards on the left. Everyone center and right of center think he's a complete fraud, retard bitch, and they're all right. So, Decoy Voice just made a video talking about this because it does lead back to Gavin Newsom, and I feel like we need to talk about that.
This trucker CDL situation is getting so scary, even ultra-left Reddit is starting to sound like the MAGA movement.
Correct. Realistically, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, we are living in a timeline where I do think Trump won by a landslide. Let me remind you, all 7 swing states. Popular vote, all 7 swing states. The entire map, red for Republican. The reason why Trump won the election by such a wide margin is because he actually has common sense. And the other political parties in America are fucking retard losers. They are. They really are. They're gay-theist retards. The ultimate combo. Yes, men can be women, and women can be men, and men can have multiple genders, and women can have multiple genders, and there are also more than just 2 genders, and they can all sit together and compete together and be imprisoned together and have sports together and go to the bathroom together. It's all good. Transgender for everyone. All right, like, dude, when you are literally muddying the waters of, like, basic humanity and reality and biology just to push some fucking satanic pedophile agenda or whatever the fuck is going on in the government, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. That's all I have to say. When Trump comes in and is like, 2 genders, everyone's like, holy shit, he's so smart. It's like, wow, he really came up with that all by himself, didn't he? Totally, like, not like how that was defined by everyone forever, you know? Now, the irony here is the only people supporting Gavin Newsom right now are the people on the far right, because obviously Trump is controlled by the Jews, and the people on the far left. Well, because obviously Trump is controlled by the Jews and bad, and therefore, well, Gavin Newsom's anti-Trump vocally, so we like him now because 0 thought required.
As over in Florida, this trucker takes an illegal left turn on the highway, blocking all the lanes, causing a fatal collision, with the New York Post revealing the crash that killed 3 was caused by an illegal individual. And on the DHS's official reporting incident, they stated they attempted to use an official use only access point. And although he had no legal right to be in the country, California still issued him a commercial driver's license.
Yeah, that's an enemy of the people. It's treason. It's fucking treason. You're taking illegal people, invading our country, and giving them the ability to live, to get employed, to drive, to endanger the lives of our people. Fuck this shit. Like, I'm telling you, these are the enemies of our country. These are the enemies of the people.
Operating a 40-ton, 18-wheel truck, as he should have been sent home, but remained because he was afraid to return to India. And the more we know about this tragedy, the worse it becomes. The simple fact that this was completely avoidable is compounded by the idea that this is a much larger issue than anybody knew about, as terrible policies in liberal states like California are even putting people in danger in conservative states like Florida. It's interesting how only local outlets and right-leaning media seems to highlight this horrible story. But
Let's look at the top stories. All right, we got the New York Post, we got Fox, Wesh, PTV. It's all right-leaning stories. For some reason, this is not interesting if you are leftist and trying to push a narrative that actually having people illegal in our country is a good thing. Yeah, this is a very, very unfortunate reality blast for you.
Only local outlets and right-leaning media seems to highlight this horrible story, but even places like super left Reddit is having discussions about this, attempting to be objective, with the top comment from r/truckers being about someone experiencing the same exact thing.
The leftists are getting fatigue, aren't they? Interesting. I thought the fatigue of illegal immigrant fatigue was a right-wing problem, but it turns out it's a everyone problem because your country is becoming a shithole. Yeah, that's what happens. Import third world, become third world. Listen, it's basic math.
Texas, spiraling into a conversation about how that specific country has different driving norms, and how they have 1% of the world's vehicles, but 10% of its deaths.
Yeah, in my opinion, that just proves that we should not be giving Indian people driver's license unless they go through a thorough check. Because, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again, not all cultures are the same. This is going to shock a lot of people to hear, but not all cultures are the same. When you import a lot of people from Somalia, all right, and it turns out that surprisingly, rape was not illegal in Somalia until 2018. Perhaps it's a culture that is more conducive to commit specific crimes than other cultures. Because, well, their parents didn't teach them it was bad. In fact, they didn't even think it was bad. Some of them probably still don't think it's bad. Some of them are probably calling rape laws woke in Somalia right now. There are probably some right-wing guy in Somalia sitting there being like, all those wokies want us to stop raping our women. Dog, I shit you not. When you import people with a set of values that is so drastically different than your own, shit might happen. It's super obvious to anyone that wants to think about it for more than a second, but you don't want to get canceled, obviously. You want to always say the right thing. I always say the right thing. All cultures are equal. They're all the same. None are better than others. Import all the illegals. There are people just like me and you. Land acknowledgement. I am on stolen land. Dude, the virtue signaling knows no bounds.
Which seems like a mature, objective conversation that isn't common on Reddit, except when you consider how much of their interactions are actually bots, which that post looks 100% generated by AI, with every single ChatGPT detector saying so, and that's the only way Reddit will accidentally tell the truth. And again, this proves absolutely nothing about foreign truckers as a whole, but why is it so difficult to have this discussion in the first place?
Because they label you as a bad guy, they label you as the racist, and again, this is the Gavin Newsom policy. The shut down and shut up, right? They ban you everywhere, they censor you everywhere, they censor the conversation. Every time you engage in normal conversations, they will immediately blast you and flame you as some ultra bigot. Super bigot. The flaggots come out of everywhere, right? The people with flags in their bios, I call them flaggots. It's my new slur for them, right? So the flaggots pop out of everywhere, and they call you racist, and they call you Hitler, and they call you a fascist, Nazi, and that's the entire talking point. It's like, oh, you're transphobic, so you're automatically bad. It's like, yeah, I just don't want people with penises to be raping women. You are a Nazi bigot retard, and it's not working anymore. The conversations are becoming more open because they are losing their power.
With the second most upvoted comment to being about how this same thing happened in Indiana, giving them certain feelings about foreign truckers. With the top reply to that being from someone sharing
fatigue.
That same race, having the same feelings.
Why are we talking about that race? Doesn't that make us racist? Oh my God. Are we all just secretly racist? Or, hear me out, hang on, hear me out, hang on. Are people actually different? Oh, what? Are people that grew up in different cultures, have different sets of values, are they different than one another, actually? And not everyone is the same, this giant melting pot hodgepodge. Pretty weird.
Because they make them all look bad. And as somebody from an ethnicity also known for being notoriously bad drivers,
True.
I understand where he's coming from.
True.
Most of us
Sorry.
don't see this story and think, ban all foreign-born CDL holders. We just want to know how someone that doesn't understand the basics of our traffic laws was legally allowed to get a commercial driver's license.
See, here's the thing. If you have a guy from... I'm not saying that Indians shouldn't be allowed to drive because their culture has more driving accidents. But, dude, if they're illegal in the country and you're giving them a fucking license, you are giving a loaded gun to a toddler, okay? Like, it is absolutely insanity. It's insanity. It's crazy. And, like, they should be overregulated of everything. Yes, that's right. You know what I am telling you to do? Racially profile people. We gotta bring back racial profiling. I've gotten way too based lately. But racial profiling is, in fact, based, I've decided. All right, I've changed. I'm gonna get murdered. Whatever, who cares? Let them come for me. Racial profiling is actually based. That's the new meme.
And be given an 18-wheeler. So in the future, we can prevent this same thing from occurring again. No one is suggesting racism as a solution, but they'll always use the potential of that to deflect from real criticisms of a broken system. As the next top comment on Reddit was them researching this specific driver, as he shares the same name as a guy that 4 years ago used his truck to collapse a bridge in
No! They just looked up the name of a bad driver and they got his cousin who also did the same shit. This is why racial profiling needs to come back in a big way. Oh, God.
Arkansas, who also was
Listen, man, if I go into a bank and my banker is named Shackelberg, I know shit's about to get good, okay? Okay.
connected to a California-based trucking company. But the X replies found that it's a common name, and oddly, very common in the trucking industry. Now, no one is accused-
No shot that specifically people that are coming from a place that has 10 times the amount of car accidents than most countries, they have the stranglehold on the trucking industry in America. What are we doing, guys? What are we fucking doing?
Using every single one of those guys as being bad drivers.
Of course not. It's only 10 times more likely than if they're not those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunate that this inconvenient information causes left-leaning media outlets to completely ignore the story, as it's difficult to be objective when you're
I'm not gonna report on when Indian people get into driving accidents because that might make people Indiaphobic. Now, I like Indian people. I think Indian people are like super nice people. But realistically, life exists.
not allowed to come to certain conclusions. As shockingly, there are huge amounts of American truck drivers that do not speak English.
Both of these trucks right here, neither of those drivers speak a lick of English. I go to the warehouse here and ask, where do you check in at? They don't understand either. It's a real life example of it. I deal with this almost every single day.
Holy shit! Most American truck drivers don't speak English. What do we do? Dude, and then it's like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Getting illegal people out of the country will definitely not be increasing jobs. Absolutely not. Americans have a hard time getting a job? Well, what can you do? That's just the economy, am I right? Deporting illegals? That won't help.
Wait for the cops to get here.
Oh my
I have
God.
to wait for the cops to get here because you hit those mailboxes.
So Trump decided to address this.
Oh shit.
Directing the Department of Transportation to include English literacy tests for our truckers.
Base?
This is a big problem in the trucking community that...
We should not be having people working for our country, okay, that don't speak the language, that are driving, that are reading signs, street signs, that don't speak the language. Like, what are we doing?
that community you might not know.
Now in Alabama, they just started to issue tickets to truckers that can't speak English. But how will that citation stop them from driving dangerously, or at the very least, can they even comprehend what they're being ticketed for? And how did it get so bad that people that don't even know how to read street signs are allowed to get behind the wheel of these humongous vehicles?
Questions. Gruesome Newsom.
It's places like hyper-left California that consistently hold progressive values over the safety of their citizens.
That's it, baby. We need more genders than fire hydrants. That's how it works.
Department of Homeland Security actually putting California Governor Newsom solely to blame. And since that post, what has Newsom done?
Dude, why does he always look like he's crying? Okay? What, is this guy supposed to be some sort of epic leader because he's rich and white? Like, what are we doing? Like, dude, this dude is he's a bitch. He's a huge bitch.
Complained about Donald Trump, then complained about Donald Trump again, and then replying to a post comparing him to the future likely Republican candidate for president, which just highlights how JD Vance is more of an American everyman compared to the entitled, emotional drama queen that is Newsom. California is issuing...
I'm so glad that normal people see this, all right? I'm so glad that, like, the hyper extremes on the internet aren't, like, normal human beings. Like, if they were, we would be living in fucking apocalypse land. But as it stands, I think every normal person understands this. I really do. I think it's just a hyper radicalized group of people on the internet. Now, again, the thing is, like, I get where a lot of people come from with a lot of takes. But, like, pro Newsom over Vance, if you're, like, a right-wing guy, is actually retarded. Like, actually certifiable retarded. Bro, you can't hate the Jews more than you like your own people, okay? If you want to hate the Jews, that's your God-given right as an American, all right? Listen, but for the love of God, don't hate Jews more than you love America, okay, please? All right? Common ground here, okay? Listen, this is just me opening a bridge to all the Hitlers. Come on, Hitlers, let's work together on this.
Death machines to people that can't even read street signs, and their governor seems more focused on reminiscing on his rich boy roots and designer scarves than actually addressing it. As we just uncovered how absolutely every American that drives on our highways is in danger due to California's negligence. And the main person that should fix this is too preoccupied in his delusional campaign for president.
And his campaign, by the way, is, well, it is delusional, to be honest. But the craziest part is the campaign is based on nothing. It's just anti-Trump. It's just anti-Trump. They've learned nothing. They've learned fucking nothing. It's unbelievable.
And what makes this worse is you likely only know about this situation from social media or a low-budget news meme commentary account called Decoy.
You might have only heard of this from a blue retard animated-looking motherfucker on the internet. You might not have even heard about this shit.
Voice. As I don't like covering these tragic events to try to plug something stupid like a YouTube channel, but when they're surrounded by a larger social issue that needs to be addressed, it's actually important to talk about them when you know the media likely won't.
He's right. He's right. It's sad, but he's so right. Definitely, I'll be linking Decoy Voice in the description. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me. Up those numbers. We up those numbers. All right, I've upped those numbers personally. You should also up those numbers. Hit that sub. Let's do it, baby. Let's be the voice of reason on the internet. That was a joke. Obviously, I'm retarded as well. Don't think I beat the retard allegations. We're all retards here, all right? But we are retards that are fighting for justice, okay? We are fighting for justice, okay? And I will make enemies with anybody, as you could tell. And if you disagree with all of my takes, I'm super fine, okay? You have no reason to agree with anything that I say. You have no reason to hold the same belief system as I do. Everyone's different, and honestly, that's why God made us this way. If God wanted to make homunculus clones, that's what he would have done. He created a lot of different people to figure shit out together, and that's what I'm trying to do. So thanks for being here. I do appreciate all y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.